So I got a bit of a weird one today. There's a piece that Lego created that has honestly never been re-released. It only appeared in one set, and my thoughts on it, because it is a fairly expensive piece as a one-off item, it's overhyped, it's overpriced. What is that piece? Well, in the early 2000s, I was very much into Bionicle, but I wasn't too much into other Lego themes, mostly because I was poor growing up. I couldn't afford them even if I wanted to. I needed just one hobby, any more hobby, and my parents were going to disown me. With that said, though, there was another theme that was sort of tangentially related. It wasn't related to Bionicle in any way other than being a Technic theme in and of itself. It is a theme called Skybirdmakes, and it's kind of a combination between Lego Technic and Lego Masterminds. It's its own thing, and it's very much a product of the early 2000s where we had all of these large franchises and spy movies coming out. Spy movies even for kids, as the name implies. Well, one of these sets specifically came with a set of purple bohrok eyes, transparent purple bohrok eyes, and they were like a holy grail to me. I always wanted them. Purple was my favorite color. Everything about these seemed alluring, and the bohrok eyes are also something I have always loved because they're fascinating. They're really elegantly shaped, and they have been remolded in the last year or so to a way that's actually quite fascinating as well, and I can, in fact, show you one of those. But suffice to say, I got my hands on these purple bohrok eyes. In fact, I bought the whole set. Now, granted, I did open this a while ago, so this is no longer sealed, but at the time when I got it, it was sealed, and actually relatively cheap. I think I picked this up for maybe $30 at the time, and for a sealed set, maybe 2 years ago at most, that's not too bad. This is also an electronic set as well, so just judging from that, and the fact that the bohrok eyes that were in the set comes with two, it is the only set that comes with them, run about $4 a piece now, and back then were actually a little more expensive. Yeah, I wasn't going to be spending $8 on one of those when I could just buy the entire set, experience it for myself, and I have done so. Now, that's not what this video is about. Of course, if you guys want a review on the set in and of itself, I'll do that. But this video is specifically about this piece right here. At first glance, it is a gorgeous piece. But my problems become immediately apparent when I compare it to the next closest color. Now, you can see a difference, and I will say the camera is doing you some favors there, but that purple isn't much darker than Trans Dark Blue from Lego. It's not much different. Now, you'll notice a difference. Is it worth $8 of difference, though? I don't think that it is. And here's the thing. Honestly, what gets me most is that this exists. This is not this. This is not Lego. This is a bootleg piece that I was able to pick up a few months ago now from Zion Tyros. So shout out to them. They did not ask me to make this video, but yeah, they're a lovely person and I love working with them. So hey, I'll take it, right? And I bought these when I was actually searching for some other pieces because they were, I think, like maybe 10 to 25 cents a piece. And at that price, I can't say no, right? I believe I bought either 6 or 8 of them, though I would have to count. And this is even before I made the bohrok spider, although I would love to use these on there. And this is lovely. Here's the thing. It is way more apparently different from Lego's Trans Dark Blue, especially in front of your eyes where it matters the most. Again, the camera is going to see some colors that I can't see very well. It is a camera at the end of the day. But you can very clearly tell the difference here. Whereas with these two pieces, it's much harder. I mean, you can tell. It's much harder to know the difference. If I had, pulled a bait and switch and swapped the two, put one on the left side instead of the right side, you might not know at first glance which is the different one. So yeah, this has a much richer red tone to it, and it is respectably transparent as well. It's not bad in any way. There's nothing wrong with the piece, and I love it for that. It connects well to an axle, so I'm not going to complain because I have had experience with bootlegs of bohrok eyes in the past that I have bought off AliExpress that are relatively loose on the axle. But I did mention as well that Lego has actually introduced a new mold for the bohrok eye. This was a couple of years ago at this point, but it no longer has the sort of bubble-like shape on the inside. A little less interesting to look at, in my opinion. Not bad. Lego doesn't use this for Bionicle anymore. Bionicle no longer exists, and so instead this is often used on vehicles, and where that counts, I think this performs very well. They did, however, move the item number, the Lego logo, to the inside, which I think is a little weird, because on the original, where that inside is, those letters, well, they do actually appear on some, but not all of the original Bohrok eyes. Instead, those numbers usually appear on the bottom surface, which I would much prefer. If you're going to go out of your way to clean up that inside, why not go all the way and just make sure it's perfectly intact? Anyway, it's a silly little thing. Another interesting thing about Lego's current transparent clear, it actually is slightly fluorescent under a black light. Can't really show you that here. It's not a terribly strong color, not a strong glow, and it would not be picked up on this lighting. But still, at the very least, you now know that purple Bohrok eyes, really cool. Are they worth it? No. $4 a piece. For a piece of plastic that big, I'd rather spend that money elsewhere. And for something that's going to look so similar at the end of the day to trans dark blue, if I can go out of my way, even though, yes, I understand it's not supporting Lego, whatever, moral issues you might have there, that's fine. I completely understand why you would not want to buy these, but at the end of the day, if I can spend 10 cents, 25 cents, whatever, that's worth it. I think 25 cents is great for this. And I mean, honestly, the person who I bought this from, again, they have a lot of different stuff on their store, and I've bought several of their other items as well, and I've been very pleased, very satisfied with them. So that is pretty much it for this video. It's just a relatively quick one. And again, if you guys want to see a review of this one, let me know in the comments below. I would definitely be happy to review it, although it's probably a little bit later because I need some space to actually use this thing. I don't really have good filming space, so I'd probably have to take it to one of my family members' houses to actually get it done. But I do believe I have some instructions and things in here as well, or if not instructions, booklets and a CD. So that's fun. All right, so yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Just make sure you are subscribed, and of course, check out the not comments, but leave a comment. Check out the Discord, Instagram, and Patreon, which will be linked in the description below, and you can find more perks there. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.